Listen up, I got a story to tell. We're raising hell every Monday and Thursday.
Culture, listen up, I got a story to tell. We're raising hell every Monday and Thursday. Pop culture unleashed, facts unfiltered, hype increased. Just unleashed, breaking through the screen, living in chaos, creating the dream. This is where rage and humor collide, so hold on tight. I got that drive in me, for the life of me, staying truly thankful for the fans I see. Talking to people of all types, making the chat hype. The more united we are, the higher we all fly. I got that drive in me, for the life of me, stand truly thankful for the fans I see. Talking to people of all types, making the chat hype. The more united we are, the higher we all fly. Unleashed, breaking through the screen, living in chaos, creating the dream. This is where rage and humor collide, so hold on. Starts igniting, my brain starts igniting. When Shane starts writing, God placed us in this fighting to speak and enlighten. We don't sleep to dream, we sleep to build stamina, energy to do our thing. Get your camera lights dim, the chat starts to grin. The stream is live and buffering, the show is about to begin. So sit down and buckle it in. This is Unleashed, breaking through the screen. Pop culture chaos, living the dream, and the dream. Every Monday and Thursday, Pop culture Unleashed, living the...
You know what the problem with Hollywood is? They make shit. Unbelievable, unremarkable shit.
To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair.
Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live!
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. But you're gonna let it be the worst.
And I guarantee a week won't go by in your life you won't regret walking out, letting them get the best of you.
Well, I'm not going home.
Day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
I'm not saying it's gonna be easy.
You're gonna work harder than you ever worked before.
I really do believe that together we can accomplish anything.
Because we'll never stop learning and we'll never stop growing.
Failure is not an option.
That's how winning is done. Believe me when I say
we can break this army here. It has made us brothers.
I say to you, what every warrior has known since the beginning of time.
You've got to get mad.
I mean plumb mad dog mean.
If you would be free men, then you must fight to fulfill that promise. Let us cut out their living guts
1 inch at a time.
And they will know what we can do.
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
This is your time. Seize the day.
Never surrender. Victory or death.
So come on then! Take it!
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
All right, let's fly! My name is the Lord. When I
tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take
our Independence Day. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world.
We don't sleep to dream, we sleep to build stamina, energy to do our thing. Get your camera up. This show is about to begin, so sit down and buckle it in. Let's go! Yeah! Welcome to the Thursday Pop Culture Unleashed show. My name is Brian, that is Shane, and we are excited to bring you an action-packed show today. We're talking about Deadpool and Wolverine and a bunch of other topics. Shane, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you guys. It's the week has snuck up on me, and I'm happy that the weekend is closing upon us. So it's good to see you. I hope you've had a great week, and I'm excited to talk about some fun stuff today. What's up?
Not much, man. Not much. It has been a long week. I'm in the throes of editing,
And that's always both fun and difficult. So, good times. Good times.
Well, but see, the thing is like once it's done, you're going to feel really accomplished. So that's the cool thing. Something I was watching something yesterday. I can't remember, Joe Rogan or something. Somebody was talking about if you accomplish something that's really difficult and hard, but needs to be done, as opposed to just like sit back and like binge watch TV shows or play video games, you're going to have a lot of fun while you're binging TV shows and playing video games, but you're going to feel like shit at the end of it, knowing you didn't do what you're supposed to do. But once you get this done, Brian, you're going to feel like you've just TV show, you've done something great. So
I'm sure that's true.
Yeah.
In honor of one of the first things we did when we started our show, today is an interesting day because today, and if you've been here for a while, you know what this means. Today is the day the Flash was missing or vanishes in crisis, April 25th, 2024. I just want to take a moment to commend the cojones that the writers of CW's Flash had when they thought they would get to April 25th, 2024.
They went for a long time, man. You got to admit.
They did go for a while, but they really thought that the show might get to April 25th, 2024.
Well, how many seasons was that? 7? Would that have been 7 or 8? No, they went 7 or 8. Right?
They went 7 or 8. It would have been like Supernatural. It would have been like a 15 season run.
Wow. That's wild.
Props to them for even.
Show was pretty good in the beginning, actually.
No, yeah, it started off great.
First few seasons were great.
Yeah, Grant Gustin is a good Flash. He's better than Ezra Miller, that's for sure.
that's saying something.
Yeah. But what happened was you can only take that so far, and when the writing starts to favor DEI requirements and swapping and all that, it honestly, the Flash ended because it started off in a time that wasn't hyper woke, and then it gradually went into that era, and it followed the hyper woke style of writing, and it went down the tubes, man. I remember
streaming didn't help it.
One of the last episodes we reviewed was when they had the Thinker or whatever, remember?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I do.
And the Thinker said something like Iris was his greatest foe or something.
That was the beginning of the end for sure.
And the Flash is in the room like, she's human, right?
We are the Flash.
Flash.
That was the beginning of the end for me.
Right,
no,
yeah.
You're not. You guys are all not the Flash. Give her some superpowers if you want to, make her special.
Yeah, they should just get her superpowers, call that. All right, so we are talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. The latest trailer dropped a couple days ago, and it's got some amazing Easter eggs. We ran down a bunch of cameos that are rumored to be in it, and I think that a lot of these cameos, first off, there's a ton. A lot of them are really, they're not just rumors. They're pretty much confirmed by the actors. So, and some of it's in the trailer, which is great. Also, we're talking about the TikTok ban. Biden signed a bill that would ban TikTok. So, I don't know how long it's going to take to happen, but honestly,
long time.
I'm cool with it being banned. I have no issue.
Then you could be able to get back to work. That'll be good.
I'm not really a TikTok fan, but my wife is a big TikTok person.
TikTok owns my family.
Bro,
everybody in my family is owned except for me. I don't even have the app.
I never have time to watch TV with my wife anymore because she works, I work. We both have multiple jobs and kids, and so when we go to bed at night, I'm like, I want to watch TV. Let's go to bed together and watch TV, and so I'll put on a show. And I look over, and she's not even watching. She's on TikTok.
She's scrolling TikTok. That's right.
Drives me nuts, dude.
Hey, we're here. We're together. We're in the same room together.
And then I complain about her. Can you put the phone down and just watch TV with me? She goes, yeah, sure. Puts the phone down, and 5 minutes later, I hear her snoring. Come on.
Keep trying, Brian. You got girls who like what you watch. So that's good.
That's true. My daughter Ellie loves pretty much all my favorite things, except for Star Trek. I can't. Shocking. Because my wife has poisoned the Star Trek well against me. If I was able to get to my kid first, we like it together. But if my wife is in the room, she poisons the well.
She destroys it, right?
I love my wife, but man, I wish she liked Star Trek. It'd be so much easier.
It's okay. Nobody likes Star Trek anymore, bro.
That's true. We're also talking about robots, Tesla robots, and the Therminator. That's the name they gave the new Boston Dynamics Robo Dog that has a flamethrower attached to its back, and it's terrifying. And you can buy it for $9,000. So
something we all need, just in case.
I love that the tagline is, "How the F is this legal?"
Well, flamethrowers, I think, are legal.
Yeah, flamethrowers are. I think it's over a certain distance or something. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, if you can light your neighbor's house on fire from your porch, you might have a problem.
Yeah. Also, Elon Musk announced, well, not just the robot, but he also announced XTV, which sounds like a porn site. It does. It sounds like a porn site. It sounds like a porn site. But apparently he's going to try to compete with YouTube, and they're going to have an app and a whole thing. It's going to be like
with YouTube or no?
Yeah, people are calling it like a potential YouTube competitor. Like, let's be real. Rumble, as much as I give it credit for attempting to further free speech and everything they're doing, like they just don't have the resources that YouTube has.
I thought that it's a smart TV app for streaming, so he would be doing like Disney, and he would host streaming like Roku. To me, it looks like a competitor to Roku.
No. It's an app that will go into Roku. Called X Videos.
That makes me happier. So anything that goes into Roku.
Yeah, it's gonna go into Roku. So it's gonna be like you'll be able to look up X, download the app, and watch videos on your TV. But,
okay. As long, yeah, I have plenty of money invested into Roku. I do not want any more competitors.
Right. Yeah, and that's about it. That's what we're talking about today. So I hope that you guys will stick around and let's have a good time doing it together.
Yeah, let's do it.
A couple super chats real quick. Let me make sure I have them here. By the way, thank you for your support. We did get a new member today, right before the show started. Thank you, August. And Michael Nemo says, y'all keeping up with Major Grin? Major Grin is a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been keeping up with him. Let's see. Yeah, is it something good?
He usually does interesting stuff, that's for sure. Let's see what he's doing lately. Let's see. He's got some. No, it's not good.
I'm assuming the stuff.
Star Trek stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Discovery stuff.
Discovery.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put out our Discovery breakdown or review, whatever you want to call it, of last night's episode. Last night. And last night's episode was absolutely atrocious. So many questions. It just doesn't make any sense. And I'll just give you a very brief, my biggest complaint, very briefly, is that it all revolves around this invisible wormhole that's like pulsating like a butthole.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. You're making it sound like something.
It's what it looks like. It looks like an orifice that's like pulsating. And for some reason, Michael,
that makes sense.
Michael and her boyfriend Book have to, they're the ones that are going to investigate, for whatever reason. And they're chasing the bad guys into the pulsating orifice. And they even say like, oh, it was invisible and it was caused by the burn or something to do with the burn. But then it has something to do with the fact that the scientists from like 800 years ago hid something in the wormhole. And I'm like, wait a minute. That doesn't add up. The burn happened last week.
It's a recent occurrence.
So yeah, it's a recent occurrence. Like nothing. And they're like, well, maybe someone in the comments was like, oh, well, it became unstable because of the burn. Still, it doesn't add up. How do they even know it existed? If the ship 900 years in the future had, it doesn't matter. The whole thing. They had the ISS Enterprise. Saru was the captain, of course. I don't even know how the Enterprise, the Terran Enterprise even gotten it. It's Go watch the video. It doesn't make sense.
I'm committed to watching the show over the next 3 days. I'm going to watch it, everything that I can. I think I know we do have screeners, but I won't have access to them on the road.
So Shane's gonna watch the whole thing, and this is the update we have for your Discovery. At the end of Discovery, we're gonna dedicate one of our shows to just complaining about it. I'm sorry, talking about it. But Shane's gonna get caught up first. Archmage says that the burn didn't create it; it just made the butthole pucker,
which is something that should be on Star Trek Discovery 100%.
100%.
Any butthole puckering occurring would be is good for the show.
Sounds like Star Trek. It's funny as when I was watching, I was like, there was so much talking and just emotional stuff that had nothing to do with the story, and I'm just getting so annoyed the entire time. Like Hugh Colbert, the doctor, was like, he's having like some kind of like existential crisis about how he died and came back to life, and he's talking to Tilly, and he goes, yeah, it was just weird, and that's my scientific explanation. I'm like, yeah, that tracks. It's weird is about as science as you can get on this show. Why even call attention to one of the many but very stupidest things in Discovery? You killed off this character and then you use magic mushrooms to bring him back to life? Get out of here with that. That's weird. Wreck Thoughts. It should be called Twix TV. Yeah, I like that. I'm, no one is ever going to, I'm sorry. It's going to take a lot of time before people stop calling X Twitter, because that's
I've already
what it was.
stopped. I've already stopped.
I've been calling it. I still call it Twitter. It's difficult. It's
yeah. I've converted. It's X now.
Yeah, but like a tweet is a tweet. Like that's what it is.
That's true. We still call it a tweet on X.
Right.
So maybe it should be Twix. There we go. It's just meet us halfway, Elon.
Yeah, it should have been like, X, a Twitter company. I don't know. Twitter, an X company.
He's been dreaming of X for a long time.
I know. Yeah. Since PayPal, right?
Yeah.
Michael Nemo says V'ger was inside a butthole.
It's true. All good things are inside of buttholes. Let's just say.
Someone clipped that. Immediately.
Inside of the butthole is a heart. Your stomach.
It's going in our next channel trailer. All the good things come from buttholes.
That's true.
Okay, let's talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. So I am excited about Deadpool and Wolverine. I'll be straight up with you guys. I'm on the hype train here. I know a lot of folks aren't, but I am. And I believe this is Marvel's what are you laughing at?
The definitive history of buttholes. Sorry. I could do that one. I could do it.
We could. So I do believe that this is Marvel's last chance at writing the MCU ship. And I do think that if you're going to at least attempt to do so, the best way to do it would be with Deadpool, because you can tongue-in-cheek make fun of yourself. And there's a storyline called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, which is, I'm pretty positive that's what this is. This is just that. And it would make a lot of sense for them to sort of nix or get rid of all the crap that didn't work and, reform the universe into the most, to the best version, that fans could be getting. And, so I'm on board the hype train for this. And even if it's bad, I think this might be the last big blockbuster superhero movie that Marvel has up its sleeve. And so I've been following it really closely. And there's a ton of cameos. So we're going to watch a little bit of the trailer here. Just so you know, the second we watch this trailer, we're going to get copyright claimed. So if you'd like to join the channel now, help us out. Hit the join button right there. I believe it is. And join the channel, because the moment I played this trailer, Marvel's just going to immediately copyright claim, which I never understood. Why is it that trailers have isn't the point of a trailer is to advertise your movie? Yeah. Why is there copyright claims on trailers? It's so odd to me.
They don't want you to make any money off of advertising their trailer.
They're greedy bastards, dude. That's why. Anyways, here's a trailer.
I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then.
That's not just, by the way, this one's red line, so there's cursing. So just so you know, there's cursing. Be careful.
Oh yeah, just in case you came to this program hoping there wouldn't be cussing on it. We tend to drop a few F-bombs.
Yeah, here we go.
And I'll leave. Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go. Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your...
I love that. It says smile, wait for it on the tip of his gun.
Yeah, that was cool.
Cool.
Fucking forehead. I suggest you reconsider.
All right, pause real quick. So this is Hugh Jackman's last time as Wolverine. We were told
So
that,
he says.
right. We were told in Logan that was his last time doing Wolverine, if you recall.
Right.
And he even made them write it in the script that Wolverine was killed. So he made them kill off his character in that movie.
Sure.
Because he didn't want to come back. But then his old buddy Ryan Reynolds and
he forgot there's multi-universes.
Right, yeah.
You should have killed him off in all universes.
The old man forgot there was a multi-universe option. Ryan Reynolds goes to his buddy Hugh Jackman. They've had a long-running pseudo feud for a decade where they fight with each other online. It's hilarious for the fans. He goes to his buddy and he goes, "Look, I don't know how many Deadpool movies I'm gonna get, but we got Deadpool 3. This might be the last one, buddy, and I want to go out with a blast. I want to leave everything on the table. I need you to come back and do it." My thoughts are, Hugh Jackman was like, "F no."
Right.
And then Ryan Reynolds pulled the Disney themed checkbook out and said, and just gave him a blank check and said, "How much is it going to take?" And that's when Hugh Jackman said, "Damn it, let's get back on the diet." Because everyone has a price, especially in Hollywood. So, but this is good. We are finally, after decades, going to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in the actual Wolverine costume. Remember, we've never actually seen Wolverine in his comics appropriate costume. So it's nice. True. It's nice. We're going to see the Wolverine that we grew up reading in comics. That's awesome. And we're going to see him in a Deadpool movie, which has been extremely, correct to the comics, very comic book accurate. Ryan Reynolds has been a fantastic job in these movies. So far, so good. Oh, I gotta stop right there real quick, because notice this. That is the 20th Century Fox logo.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
So
that's good.
That's great, right?
Yeah.
So they're on some kind of void planet or whatever. It looks like that's where all the junk goes. And Disney bought 20th Century Fox, so. And remember, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is part of the 20th Century Fox X-Men.
Yeah, of course.
So it's very fitting. It works.
I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Not my fucking problem.
Sorry.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
I noticed this trailer has a lot of Wolverine and Deadpool fighting each other. So it definitely bounces around in time during, because obviously the fighting they're going to have happens early in the movie, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so this is what I think. I think this version of Wolverine probably didn't step up to the plate for his universe. And in some way he lost everything and he's wallowing in self-pity. So this is, obviously not the version that we saw die, right? Mm-hmm. And Deadpool is probably coming to him for help, and the guy doesn't want to help him, which is very Wolverine-like.
Yeah.
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Yeah, and in the TVA agent, which, by the way, if they don't explain what the TVA is in this movie, massive mistake. I hope they don't go the typical Disney Marvel route and expect everyone to know exactly what everything, expect everyone who have watched all the Loki and TV shows on streaming. They better explain what TVA is. That's all I'm going to say. So the TVA agent does say that this Wolverine let down his entire world.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself. This July.
I love the music. There's something about music from the 80s and 90s that when it's put in these types of movies that makes you instantly like what's about to happen. I can't listen. Madonna's Like a Prayer was not like something I loved when it first came out, but for whatever reason, it just works here.
Yeah, I know. People make fun of this trope, this modern trope, by putting, the 80s songs in trailers. I gotta say, it does it for me like almost every time, especially when it's slowed down a little bit and there's like the epic orchestra behind it. It just, it makes it great. It really does. And it's almost counter to what the trailer is showing you, which makes it unique.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man.
I am soaking wet right now.
Okay, so this is weird because I believe that's Cassandra Nova, which is Professor X's twin parasitic sister. It's a whole thing. And she's being painted as the villain of this movie in the trailers, or at least it's looking that way. And I believe that she is a red herring. I don't think she's the villain of the movie. I actually think that the villain is probably going to be Dr. Doom or something there's no way they show us in the trailer.
So you think she's a henchman?
Yeah, I think that she's a side quest. You know what I mean? Like she's on that planet because she's, she was pruned as not she's not a part of the proper timeline, and she's probably not the. I think them introducing her is a red herring. I don't think she's actually part of it. Yeah, Michael Nemo is saying it's Kang. Yeah, it can totally be Kang. It can be a Kang variant. I know people dude, the guy went to jail. Like, we're done with the Kang thing, right? Like, the Kang dynasty is over, but maybe this is the movie that wraps up that dynasty and doesn't just fall out. I don't know. But people are saying that this could wrap up the whole Kang thing because they're not going forward with the Kang.
That's true.
But I still wanted to be Dr. Doom. So I wanted to be Dr. Doom or Archmage Freight or Mephisto. I'll take that too.
If they do Dr. Doom or something like that, they're going to have to be more. It'll have to lead somewhere because you're not going to introduce that level of a villain and just have it be a one-off.
No, you're 100% right. But remember when that first trailer came out is also when they announced the Fantastic Four movie, and Dr. Doom is the Fantastic Four's main villain. So I don't know. Another thing too is I'm also how do I explain this? When I watch these trailers now, I'm still like thinking of them as playing 4D chess. Like Feige is setting things up way in advance.
Okay.
Like they did in the first couple phases. But the problem is they haven't been doing that since Endgame, right? Mm-hmm. They haven't been setting things up in advance. They're not playing 4D chess. They're playing mentally challenged checkers. And it's entirely possible that I'm giving them way too much credit. However, I do think that Ryan Reynolds is a genuine fan of this character and this universe. And him along with someone else did pen this. If there is a movie that goes back to that, 4D chess, that long-term vision, it would be this one.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's Ant-Man. You see that Ant-Man's mask?
Yeah, and you're right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's interesting. It looks like it's some sort of building, so
it looks like they're using the mask as like a door or something. Oh, and this is interesting. So check it out. This character right here. Hopefully you can see my my cursor. That is Kelly Hu.
Okay.
From the X-Men movie where she played like X-23 or X something, where she was like an adamantium claw version of Wolverine. Well, I'll look it up, but yeah, that's Kelly Hu, and she's playing that character again, and I'm stoked on that because I love that character, and I felt like she didn't get a very good send off in that movie. Also, Nightcrawler's father, I believe, is right there, the devil guy. Right. And this one right here, that's Toad from the first X-Men movie, and that actor is coming back to reprise that role. So there's a lot of, in this one scene, there's a lot of X-Men reprisals.
This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, that was wild. I just noticed that. There's a skull underneath there. You see that?
Oh, yeah, I can see the teeth.
Right. So that is that.
So that's actually Ant-Man's head.
That's Ant-Man's head.
So Ant-Man's dead.
Ant-Man's dead.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good catch right there.
That's pretty cool, man. Oh, we gotta back up. Because I noticed this too. You can barely see it, but oh man, I can't. Ah man. So on the emblem of that weird car thing is the Iron Man logo.
This is what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna pause real quick. Right there. That is the Iron Man logo.
Oh, up there? How can you tell?
There's there's a better screenshot out there that was able to zoom in and see the logo. So how cool would it be if that's a version of Iron Man?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Big slow motion.
There's Deadpool dog. That was Deadpool dog.
Who knows if you live or die?
So you see, she obviously has powers to control metal.
Yeah, it appears that way.
You know?
Yeah, it was like almost Magneto, right?
Right.
Yeah, right. I don't remember Cassandra Nova having that. Like she had the same powers as Professor X.
Unless she has mind control. Oh, she does. Oh, it's mind control.
Maybe it's mind control.
Who knows if you live or die? Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Yeah. Doctor Strange, portal for the win. What's up? Oh, she's telekinetic, Archmage said.
So that we get back to
just like a friend.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
You know.
Oh, I love this. She goes, you want to do some cocaine? He goes, hey, cocaine is the one thing Feige said is off limits. That's the fourth wall breaking.
Yeah, it's really cool. He definitely, they go through all the names of, all the slang names for cocaine.
Right.
It's pretty cool scene.
It's good. Okay, so just to wrap up this story, because hopefully everyone, you guys like the trailer, but I would love to hear your thoughts in the chat and in the comment section. For me, the trailer works on so many levels. The "let's effing go" from both characters had me internally screaming, "Let's go!" So here's some cameos. We got Patrick Stewart is at the very least coming back in flashbacks. So remember, Cassandra Nova is part of this for sure, which means that Patrick Stewart will have to be part of it for at least flashbacks to
explain her backstory,
right, to his in the movie, which is cool. Halle Berry as Storm, and this is pretty much confirmed because she's back with her Storm hair, and she posted, "Patience takes practice." So she pretty much confirmed that she's back as at least a version of Storm, which is pretty rad, man. James Marsden is back as Cyclops, or a version of Cyclops. And there was a set photo, and I can't show it because YouTube will take it down, but there's a set photo of Marsden in a comics accurate suit, which is cool. Ben Affleck as Daredevil. This is a rumor I don't think is real. However,
I don't think he'd do it.
Yeah, but I do think that Jennifer Garner is coming back as Elektra. Because when she was asked on one of those late night shows, she goes, "I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what." So basically, yeah. So she's coming back as Elektra. But I don't think Ben Affleck's coming back as Daredevil. I think Ben Affleck's
I think he's past that.
I'm not doing any more comic book shit. Leave me alone.
Yeah, no, I don't see that.
I don't think Ian McKellen's coming back as Magneto. I think he's over it.
Not necessary.
I know for almost without a doubt Chris Hemsworth's not coming back as Thor, so don't bother with that. We might see a Doctor Strange cameo because there's a lot of Doctor Strange iconography in the trailer. But remember, other people can make those portals, not just Doctor Strange. But I wouldn't mind seeing Doctor Strange. We are seeing Aaron Stanford as Pyro for sure. He's literally in the trailer. So that is
it's one of Terry's buddies.
Yep, original character, played Pyro, and we're going to see him as Pyro in this again. Walker Scobell as Kidpool, which is great. And I think there's a missed opportunity here because remember that that kid that was in that Ryan Reynolds movie, the time travel movie that was he was even they remember they had those behind the scenes set things where that kid was doing a version of Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. I'm a little annoyed that they didn't get that kid. He was literally like a young version of Ryan Reynolds perfectly.
Interesting. Well, maybe he grew up. Maybe when he got older, he's no longer. He may not look like that anymore.
It's only a couple of years ago, but yeah, I guess you're right.
It's been 2 or 3, yeah.
We are definitely getting Tyler Mane as Sabretooth, which is cool, I guess. But for a lot of people, that's not the Sabretooth that you want, that they want to see, which is fine. The other guy is Liev Schreiber is pretty nuts, so I'm cool with that. The movie, yes, Archimate. The movie is called The Adam Project. That kid was perfect, so that's too bad. But yeah, that's 100% fact. There is set photos of that character on the show. As Azazel is in it. We already showed you in the trailer. Owen Wilson is not going to be in it, though. That's a fact. He did. They said he was spotted in London where Deadpool was filming, but he made it very clear that he wasn't in the movie. So we're going to see Nicholas Hoult as Beast. That's for sure. This is the fun one. Taylor Swift as Dazzler. And everyone's like, you know what? That's probably just a rumor, except for I don't think she's going to be as Dazzler, but I do think she's going to make an appearance as herself because she went as Halloween as Deadpool, and she's been seen in multiple around town shots hanging out with Ryan Reynolds and his wife during the shooting of this. So why wouldn't you? This is a question. Taylor Swift's fans are the most rabid, insane fan base of all time. Why wouldn't you have your friend Taylor Swift as a cameo in your movie?
Right. And he does that.
It's guaranteed money, and Ryan Reynolds does that.
Remember, the second movie had people in it just randomly. So, I mean, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Ben Affleck. I'm sorry, not Ben Affleck. Oh, my God. Who's I'm forgetting his name all of a sudden. The guy was in Bullet Train. What's his name?
Which one? Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt, thank you.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt was in Deadpool 2 as like the invisible guy.
Invisible man, so you couldn't see him.
And you only saw him for like a quarter of a second when he got electrocuted.
Yeah. That was great.
So yeah, the odds of Taylor Swift being in this movie for me are like 99% positive. Not only is she friends with Ryan Reynolds, she's been around the shooting, and Ryan Reynolds is a good businessman, a good marketer, and it would be stupid not to throw her in as a cameo somewhere as something, even if it was as herself, because that fan base is going to be nuts.
It won't impact the film much.
Right.
I mean, to the Swift fans, they'll want to go see it, obviously, to see her in it. But as far as the quality of the film, I don't think she can bring it down much, even though I'm really sick of Taylor Swift. Frankly, I went the whole NFL season having to deal with her, so I got severely Taylor Swifted during football season, so I'm kind of tired of her. But yeah.
Okay, so the character I was talking about was it's in X2. She plays Lady Deathstrike, and this is if you remember, this is that character. She was in X-Men 2, played by Kelly Hu, one of my favorite. She never really had a career after this, which is unfortunate. But she's definitely in the movie, and I don't see anyone talking about it. But she's 100% in the movie. which is pretty cool. All right. So, that's all we got. What do you guys think about this? You stoked? Because I am. I got a blockbuster to look forward to this summer.
Well, I noticed that some people are in this, like somebody said, please be good, please be good. Here's the thing. It's going to be a good movie. I mean,
right.
Whether or not we're hyped for it, now Brian's hyped for it. I have a hard time being hyped for almost any movie right now, just because everything feels a little underwhelming.
Right.
But a Ryan Reynolds movie is almost always good. And with, Hugh Jackman and, it's a Deadpool movie. It's going to be a good movie. It's going to be worth paying to go see in the theater. So I don't think we're going to be disappointed. It's not going to be woke. It's not going to, have a lot of the elements of movies that we just hate to see. It's Ryan Reynolds. He's going to keep it real. So it's going to be good, I think.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. You're 100% right. Like Ryan Reynolds doesn't point. It's always a good time, and he doesn't.
He knows his audience.
He knows his audience, and so regardless, the movie is going to be an entertaining, good time. But the real question is, can Marvel take his notes and use that to sort of fix or correct the current trajectory that the MCU is on?
I don't know if the MCU can be fixed. Honestly, we've got in February, this is how confident Marvel is about their stuff. We're getting a Captain America movie in February, and it's,
not
it's
good.
And that's not good. Brian and I were talking about it.
Yeah, not good.
And that's not a good sign. Next February is going to be, the Falcon is playing, Captain America.
Yeah, the Falcon is now Captain America. What's crazy is, imagine all the people that do not watch the streaming shows and they go to watch a Captain American movie and they're like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Why is the Falcon all of a sudden Captain America? And how does that even make sense? The movie going audience would be like, okay, we get it. Captain America's gone. Why isn't Bucky the next guy?
Well, didn't they in the final movie, was the shield? How about I remember it? Was the shield passed down to Falcon, or
the shield was? Yeah, in a way, it was.
Did he get it?
Off.
He grabbed it, right?
Yeah, he picked it up.
So, movie canon wise, I guess it makes sense. The question is, can that guy pull it off?
Bucky has the same drugs coursing through his veins that Captain America had,
right?
From the same era.
Yep.
And he's proved himself as redeemed. And in the comic books, Bucky took over as Captain America.
Right, but
I don't know why they would skip this obvious.
Well, you know why they would skip it.
I
obviously.
do know. I
why
know,
have another white guy playing Iron Man when you can have a black guy? It's just like
no. They could have had a black guy playing Iron Man, and they didn't.
No, not
right.
Iron Man.
Yeah, Captain America. Right. Yeah, but it's weird. It's like, let's skip over the obvious choice for Captain America and go with Falcon, who, by the way, has no powers, has no super soldier serum. He's just a guy with a flight suit. And I'm not even sure how he can even throw the shield. The thing weighs more than he does, but whatever. Okay. But let's also skip over Don Cheadle, who is an award-winning actor.
Oh, it's War Machine.
Who can be the next Iron Man, and fans would have no issue with it whatsoever. And he's a black guy. Let's skip over him and just give it just to some 15-year-old chick from Compton.
Old, though. That doesn't make any sense either. But Don Cheadle is old. Let's just be square. He's older than Robert Downey Jr.
I get that, bro. But first off, black don't crack. Number one. Number two, the face is it's just his face. It's just his face, dude. Yeah. He doesn't actually have to. All of the stunts are CGI.
He might not. I don't know. We don't know the story behind that. It would have worked out fine. They could have had Don Cheadle do it. They get more points if they go after a 15-year-old Ironheart girl, which I don't think they thought that's gone well. So we don't see that. But as far as the Captain America thing goes with Anthony Mackie, I like Anthony Mackie as an actor,
I like him too. I liked him in Twisted Metal a lot.
So Twisted Metal, he was great. So it's not nothing against him. It's that the character of Falcon becoming Captain America without having the super soldier serum is just a little bit like, is that the route we should go?
It doesn't make sense. Yeah. And no problem, by the way, with Anthony Mackie. I like him a lot. I've liked almost everything he's done. I even liked him in that second season of Altered Carbon that most people didn't like. But it's not about the actor. It's about the obvious choice that was comics accurate and just it's so obvious what you're doing. And it's not like Anthony Mackie would have gone anywhere. It could have been, Anthony Mackie and Bucky, Falcon and Bucky together. I don't know.
Well, if Sebastian Stan, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. Let's see what Sebastian Stan is up to. Maybe there's a reason why he can't do it.
He did Citadel, but he's in the Captain America movie as Falcon's sidekick.
He's playing Bucky Barnes in Thunderbolts.
Right. No, he's still in Marvel.
Yeah. So he just didn't take the helm.
His last project was Citadel. He's still doing Marvel. He's going to be in the next Captain America movie alongside Falcon anyways.
Maybe part of the reason is, well, I don't know. You're right. That's the way they should have gone. But maybe they said, well, we want to do more Bucky Barnes stuff, and not as Captain America. Maybe that's part of it. I mean, listen, if they give Falcon the super soldier serum somehow, maybe something changes. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He's got it. He cannot be just a regular dude.
Yeah, he can't just be a regular guy.
Work. Sorry. Listen, we are Captain America. It's just not gonna.
A regular guy in a Captain America Halloween costume. I mean, that doesn't work, man.
I mean, he's gonna be funny, and that's gonna be great, but it's not gonna work.
All right, from Fook Dad Bish.
Dude,
your name.
That name
every time,
dude, makes me laugh. I love it.
Thank you, Fook. He says, I started a new channel, Fan Fic Story. It's audio drama in Stargate, Star Trek universe using AI. I've done chapter 1 of Stargate and DS9 crossover.
Cool.
Send me a link, dude. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, put a link in chat. We'll
hit Discord and send me a link. I want to see that.
Nice. Thanks for the support, brother.
Yeah, 100%, my dude. From Frodo Lives. Thumbs up on this trailer. Yes, Frodo, I agree.
Nice.
And from Michael Nemo, thank you, Michael. Terrence Howard, Iron Man and DP3. They can't afford them, dude. Remember? That Terrence Howard was like,
I bet you can afford Terrence Howard now.
Yeah, but he was like, you can't afford me. I don't like the fact that Robert Downey Jr. is making more money than me. You're like, he's the title character.
Let's see what Terrence Howard has done.
I love that Marvel was like, hey, Terrence, we're just gonna replace you with another black guy.
Damn.
With
a better actor, even
who's an award-winning actor that everyone loves, and there's going to be zero explanation. There's going to be no explanation to the audience. It's just going to change, and you're going to be forgotten.
Yeah, he's not done a whole lot here. He's got some TV work. What's he got up?
He did Empire, whatever that show was.
Empire, yeah, the that was a pretty good show. Yeah, nothing. So
yeah.
I'm sure he can come in a nice price now.
They can get him for SAG benefits,
SAG minimums.
Mr. Anderson for $10. Thank you, Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah. I'm at the part where the Madonna is singing in case you get demonetized.
We're gonna get demonetized just for that alone.
Right,
just for the Madonna song in the trailer.
There's a members chat that I can't put on screen because that members thing is broken, but it says from Christopher Mays, member for 9 months, 2 weeks in a row, I made it. Huzzah!
Ooh, yes.
Right.
Welcome, Christopher. Thanks for making it, man. And also we got one from that was earlier that we missed. We started talking about it was Kenneth LaRoque, member for 8 months. Good evening, guys. He's been a member for a lot longer than that, but
he's been a member on the other channel too for like 3 years. Thank you, Kenneth. We love you, man.
Oh, Eric Bana as David Banner in Deadpool 3. I would like that. I actually liked him in that first Hulk movie. As Dr. Banner. Yeah, he's a great actor. I don't know what the hell happened to that guy. You know, it's like Star Trek ruined him. You know, he was so great in Troy.
Bruce Banner.
What did I say? David Banner?
He said David Banner. Yeah, but whatever. Yeah, that's interesting. He wasn't a bad Hulk. He seemed, sad a lot though.
What?
He was very sad all the time, and it just sort of, for me, it was a downer for the Hulk. He was like, the guy exudes sadness. I can't explain it.
Well, I mean, did you watch the original TV show? Do you kind of remember?
Yeah, I remember the walking down the street all sad.
It was always sad, man. He was always sad in the original. I mean, because he ultimately had to be alone. He'd meet these people every episode. He'd find new friends, but he couldn't stay because he'd like wake up and kill them or something. So,
yeah, I get it. Christopher asks, are you guys no longer simulcasting on both channels? No, we had so many problems with it. So we decided to do different content for both channels. It's extra work for us, but we think it's ultimately better in the long run. And there was a lot of weird stuff about trying to handshake between the channels, and it just caused trouble for the channels. So that said, when we go to the member section here pretty soon, it's going to actually handshake to the members stream. So you can just sit here and wait for it. All right. Let's Shane has a hard out here pretty soon, so I want to get to this TikTok thing. Biden signs bill that can ban TikTok, a strike years in the making.
It's never going to happen, bro.
Okay, explain to me why this is not going to happen. Because the measure was approved, 79 to 18.
Awesome. Okay, so you're right. A bill was approved that was wrapped around. It's put inside the package offering aid to Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan. So of course, that shit's gonna get passed.
Yeah, we gotta stop with these bills. Can we stop? Can we? No, I'm serious.
No, we won't.
Stop with these stupid multi-measure bills. We have to stop. It's not gonna happen. It's so unbelievably corrupt to me, and it feels like you're trying to hide stuff when you do this, and it's every bill now, dude.
Those people in Washington don't have time to be working so many hours and doing bill, but they got to put all the bills together and then go play golf or go have a dinner party.
It's so gross because it's obvious that they're doing tit for tat. Like, oh, you want to ban TikTok? Well, I want some border money. Oh, you want border money? I want some of that sweet Taiwan money. Oh, you want Taiwan money? I want to send $95 billion to Ukraine. Like, whoa, back up there, bud. We'll call it American TikTok ban a bill, but
that's bipartisan,
right? Because that's bipartisan, but we're gonna pack it with a bunch of partisan things that cost us an insane amount of money.
Right?
It's so stupid. It's so unbelievably stupid. It's corrupt. I hate it so much. It's not clear. It's not transparent. It's purposely muddy, purposely confusing and hard to understand for the public. It's wrong, dude.
Well, and I think this TikTok thing's pretty disingenuous too. I think, worrying that China's spying on us, absolutely. But here's the thing. So what's going to happen is this thing's going to happen and the president's going to let it go through. But they have 9 months before the ban actually takes place, which Biden can also, increase that by another 3 months. So they have a year really,
right,
before it takes effect. But in that time, ByteDance is going to be dragging him through court, which could take 5 to 10 years. It could take, 5 to 10 years to go through the court process.
Right.
So in a decade,
and they have all the money in the world to fight this as long as they can fight it.
They have the Chinese government. They have everything they could possibly need to fight this. Now, think about it. Does the Chinese government want all of our info? Absolutely.
Yeah, but so does Facebook.
Right.
And Instagram and YouTube.
Well, but the Chinese government is different. It's bad.
Yeah, it's true.
It's trying to hurt us.
Mark Zuckerberg, good.
Facebook is just trying to get all of our money.
Xi Jinping is bad.
No, listen. Mark Zuckerberg just wants all of our money.
That's true.
The China wants to own our asses.
That's 100% true.
So that's different. Now, but if you're really worried about Chinese spying on us, what you really should be worried about is all of those $20 and less security cameras you have in your house.
Yeah, I got like 8 of them.
Hundreds of thousands, probably 1 million have been sold.
There are literally millions, dude. They have. So shit. This is funny because it was like 3 years ago. Shane was like, "Yo, we need security cameras for our office," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And the first thing I did was I went this like really expensive route where I bought like security cameras with a computer and a server, and I set them up. Because before we partnered up, that's what I used to do. I used to install security cameras and POS systems. and it never worked properly and it was really bad quality. And then I found these like $40 high definition cameras with free cloud support.
It was fantastic.
With an app and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm just going to buy like 8 of these suckers, dude.
Yeah. Save a ton of money.
And we put them in and Shane's like, oh, that's great. How much are we paying per month? I'm like, it's free. He goes, hold up.
Who owns this and where is the video footage stored?
What do you mean it's free? I'm like, yeah, you buy the cameras, they're $40, which I'm not even sure how they're that cheap. And then you get the camera, you get the cloud service for free. He goes, this is 100% not going to work out for us. And we did some research, and it's 100% going to a Chinese server. It's a Chinese company.
Yeah, they're just watching us.
So we took we left a couple cameras in. We took the majority of cameras out, and guess where the cameras are now? My house.
Watching you walk around naked.
In my mind, I'm like, look, if some old Chinese guy sitting at the computer in the deep dark spy cave wants to watch me and my skivvies watching Star Trek, then you know what? I feel sorry for him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and for the most part, most of us, it really doesn't matter. But, there are people in positions in companies and corporations that if they're putting these security cameras in their houses, it's possible that China is getting information that we don't want them to get anyways. And nobody's really talking about this. We're being surveilled. And nobody's really talking about it. So let's worry about TikTok, which they're going to get your info, the things you like and what you want to do. And maybe they're listening to you. I think that's possible through the app.
Right.
But
it's also, and Christopher Mays is a good point, it's also an outright psychological attack on our children because they're able to control the algorithm and sort of control the message.
That's 100% true. And if you take it honestly from my point of view, I don't think TikTok or YouTube Shorts is good for our kids. I don't think any short form video, and it's not going anywhere because it's the future, but I see the effect it has on my children.
No, I think it's bad. Yeah,
and I don't like it.
It's literally teaching or training your kid you're training their brain chemistry to have the same or similar brain chemistry as someone with ADHD. It's giving you little shots of phasic dopamine so often that it's overwhelming your frontal lobe, and it's teaching you and training you to only, I don't want to use the word get off, that's not the right term, but like only feel satisfied by that short form, quick phasic dopamine release. And it's not good. It's going to make them. It's going to make it harder for them to concentrate. It's going to make it harder for them to communicate.
Shorter attention spans. It's creating shorter attention spans. It's a problem. But listen. Honestly speaking, I just think that it's disingenuous. I love that they want to ban TikTok, but they're not doing it because TikTok's bad for our kids. They're doing it because it creates leverage for American corporations. Who do they want to own TikTok? China or America? Because what they're trying to force is ByteDance to sell to an American company. I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, so I just think it's kind of disingenuous as to their point. I think that TikTok's going to be around for the next 5 to 10 years while it goes through litigation. And in the end, it probably will either maybe get sold at some point when China decides it's not useful anymore. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Look what TikTok CEO Z Chu said. In a defiant tone in a video posted online Wednesday, he said, "Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere."
Right.
You're like, damn, bro, is that a threat?
Well, I mean, our legal system will allow them to go through purgatory for a long time. It's going to cost a whole lot less to drag that thing out through our legal system than they'll be earning. So why not drag it out?
That's true.
So that's part of the problem.
We got a giant super chat from Kenneth the Row.
Man, 2 weeks in a row.
Oh,
2 weeks in a row.
Kenneth coming
thank
through with
you so much.
Woo! He says this might get you both a cup of coffee.
Dude, a coffee, a sandwich, a back rub. I don't know, something good's going on here.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what it's going to do, Ken? It's going to help pay the electricity bill.
That's going to be, that's what it's going to do.
That's what it's going to do. Thanks, man.
I appreciate that, Ken. Thank me. You are awesome, bro. All right,
a lot.
We're going to the member section here. We got one more thing I just want to talk about because Shane's got to go pretty soon. But I want to talk about this before we go to the member section because we promised to. The Therminator.
Yeah, this is weird. So
the flame-throwing robot dog.
Now, originally, what this dog was created for was to carry army gear for our soldiers marching. So that way, the soldiers wouldn't have to carry their equipment. And these dogs would basically walk next to our soldiers,
right,
carrying all their gear. That was the point of this thing. Now, what is it?
Now it has a giant long-range flamethrower on its back.
What?
Why? And it has an AI. It can decide what to just set on fire. This is not. And there was no point that someone said, you know what we need? A robot dog with a flamethrower.
It's terrifying looking.
That's what we need.
It's terrifying looking, honestly. It looks, give it 2 more legs and I'd freak the hell out.
No, this looks like some kind of villain in, the bad guy in a movie in the future. Even without the flamethrower, this thing looks imposing, right? It looks like it's going to chase us down and take over the human race. And now it has a flamethrower.
It's a problem.
And it was funny because the article was like, the article was like, it could be used to set backfires and help with like
really, it set backfires. Listen, you're gonna need this robotic animal to go and control your burn.
Yeah, it was like,
come on.
Throwflame claims that its product is good for wildfire control and prevention and agricultural management. Oh, and they left one thing off: killing humans.
Okay. So this is funny. So it's Boston Dynamics isn't selling this, by the way. I know that's who created this dog, right?
Right.
So here's what happened: the Therminator is a product of the Ohio flamethrower manufacturer, Throwflame. So what these guys did is they bought a bunch of these dogs from Boston Dynamics and they put these flamethrowers on them, and now they're selling them. That's what's going on here. So not a lot of them are probably going to be sold.
And, oh my god, it's so terrifying, and the way its eye, because it has lidar, is like spinning, is even more terrifying, bro.
The bot can shoot fire in a 30-foot stream and comes with a built-in fuel tank powered by gasoline. So yeah,
that's what we need. Wreck Thoughts has a good point. These dogs can actually open up doors with a hook-style handle attachment.
Okay,
it's like.
That's how you get in your neighbor's
like
house.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Where it slowly opens the door.
Look, it says here, also it seems like it'd be especially good for committing arson. So if you're an arsonist and you buy one of these dogs and send it out in the woods.
Yeah, you don't even have to be there. Like, you can just program it to go set fires for you.
I think it was right. How is this legal? This is probably one of the stupidest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, hands down. Okay.
As far as like being able to sell it. So,
all right, we're going to the members section. Hopefully this handshake works. Shane's going to only be with us for a few minutes because he's got to go. He's actually driving to Denver. And he's going to explain more. He's going to explain more of that in the first few minutes, like a few minutes of the members section.
In a very short few minutes.
Yes. If you want to be a member, please hit the join button down below and join us. Member section's great. We have a good time. We do all the chats and we talk about stuff we couldn't talk about in the public section.
And listen, thank you guys for joining us on Thursdays. I know we've had some weird time changes. I haven't been available, but we appreciate you guys being here. Come back. We're going to be talking about whatever's interesting every Thursday. And just know that we appreciate all of the super chats, all the support. God bless you guys. Thank you so much.
See you in the member section.